What's happening, guys? It's your buddy Grizz here, and we are just 2 days away from the launch of Battlefield 1. At least for all us pre-order people, we're just 2 sleeps away, and I'm getting pretty excited. I can't wait to see the full game and all it has to offer. But before we get into all that, I wanted to share a bit of personal news with you all. I know I've gone over this a couple times now, but for anyone who doesn't know already, the reason why I haven't really been uploading all that frequently is because I've been studying a lot for a Cisco networking certification exam that I had to take, and I'm happy to share with you all that I passed the exam on Friday, and I am now what is known as CCENT certified. I am really happy about that. As you can probably imagine, anyone who knows Cisco knows that it's a pretty big accomplishment, I guess. Well, it's the beginning of a journey. It's just the beginning of my journey with Cisco. I still have, at the very least, 2 more exams I have to pass in the near future to get to the certification level that I want. So there's still lots of studying that needs to happen in my future. But having said all that, I am still super pumped that Battlefield 1 is coming out on Tuesday, and I can't wait. I'm gonna be playing a bunch. So I'm not making any promises here, but I am probably going to be able to be a little more frequent in the uploading department once Battlefield 1 releases. I'm definitely going to bring back the Guns with Grizz series in some way, shape, or form, so if any of you wonderful viewers subscribe to me for that series, it's coming back. I'm also going to try to stream Battlefield 1 as much as I possibly can during the first 2 days of the release, so anyone who hasn't pre-ordered it can see what it's like through my eyes. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to have an opinion from someone who EA doesn't pay to praise their game? That was sort of a joke, but, you know, not really. But today, I am actually reinstalling Hardline, believe it or not, so I can try to get that M1911 skin for Battlefield 1. Yeah, if you didn't already know, there's a community mission going on right now in either BF4 or Hardline, where if you get 100 kills with the M1911, you'll get a skin for your M1911 in Battlefield 1. So I'm installing Hardline because I figured I could hop on a block party server or something and get 100 kills in a couple rounds, most likely. So that's what I'm going to do today. Getting back to Battlefield 1 though, I wanted to quickly mention some of the changes they've made that I know about from watching X Factor's video. So maybe you've heard this before already, but I feel like it's worth talking about. Apparently they've made some changes that should balance the tanks out a bit more, which is definitely something that I was asking for. Maybe make them a little bit easier to deal with. First of all, they've increased the amount of damage the anti-tank weapons and grenades do. I'm pretty sure all of them were increased slightly, and that would include the AT rocket launcher and the mini AT grenades as well. I said mini AT grenades, but I meant light AT grenades. Light AT grenades. Also, they've made the repair cycle on the tanks take slightly longer to complete, as sort of make them a little more vulnerable, I guess, when the driver's trying to repair. It's still gonna take a coordinated effort to take them out though, so that team play element is still there, which is nice, I guess, just as long as people actually communicate in the game and help each other out. That's one thing that I pledged to do this time around. Before, I was always kinda, you know, like, staying off my mic, but now that I've been playing Counter-Strike a lot, and I've been just randomly in chat with strangers, I pledge to do my part in Battlefield 1 this time around and get on the comms, and you guys should too, because it's pretty much gonna be a requirement in Battlefield 1. I'm also really interested in seeing the weapon customization part that we couldn't access in the beta or the alpha. I'm really hoping they stay true to past Battlefield games where, you know, they allow us to put any attachment on any weapon, even if it doesn't really make sense. Weapon and loadout customization has always been one of the best parts about Battlefield games. There just are so many different combinations and possibilities for a loadout, it's ridiculous. Now, I've even heard people complain about Battlefield 4 having too many weapons and gadgets. I'm sorry, but I cannot get behind that argument whatsoever. That's the whole point of Battlefield. There are so many options available to you, and you can really set up your loadout to suit any playstyle you like. So it really appeals to a wide audience that way. So I really hope that they don't take that aspect away in Battlefield 1, but the beta kind of made it look like there'd only be maybe a handful of weapons in each class, and then just slightly different variations of those same weapons. Now, I'm alright, I guess, with there only being a handful of like base weapons, for a lack of better a better term. But if there are only a handful of weapons available, there better be a lot of options when it comes to weapon customization, or I think a lot of veteran players will be kind of pissed off about that. But anyway, I'm still optimistic about the game. I think it's going to be really good. Just throwing that out there, that's my opinion. I could be wrong, guys, but I think it's going to be good. Here's hoping for a smooth launch this time around. Hardline's launch was pretty decent, so I think if they can just do a little bit better than they did last time, they should be in a good state on launch day. But what about you guys? How are you guys feeling about Battlefield 1 with the launch right around the corner? And have you pre-ordered the game, or are you gonna wait and see how things go on launch before you commit? I wouldn't blame you if you did. I've got most of my friends are at least waiting to see how things go on launch before they buy it. I'm a little more optimistic than them. I went ahead and pre-ordered it, but I think it looks really cool, and operations mode I think is really cool. I'm looking forward to trying that out. But yeah, I always love hearing from you guys, so leave me your thoughts in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, on your way down, why don't you go ahead and, you know, leave me a little like there. A little like, yeah? And as always, if you're new around here, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button, guy. My name's Grizz, and I'll be seeing you on the battlefield, chaps.